Hello friends, I am Professor Waghmode here, working as Assistant Professor in Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nashik. Today we will discuss the topic on crop production technology of maize as a grain purpose. We can see here the botanical name of maize, that is maize. Then family belongs to Graminea or the Poaceae. The origin of maize is from Mexico and the Central America. Next one, the geographical distribution of maize. That is, maize is one of the most important cereal crop of the world, and it is cultivated over an area of 139 million hectare with the production of about 600 million tons. Major maize growing countries are India, stands next to USA, and Brazil, China, and Mexico. In terms of the production, USA stands first, followed by China and India. As regards average productivity per hectare, Italy stands first in case of the maize, followed by the France. In India, the major maize growing countries or states are the Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, then Bihar, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Among the states, UP ranks first in terms of area and production of the maize. This is a geographical distribution. Next one, the economic importance or uses of maize as a grain purpose. Maize is also known as the corn, as the maize is world important cereal crop after wheat and rice, and it has very high yield potential than any other cereals that is present on earth. That's why the maize is also called as the queen of cereals. Then it is an important ingredient of the ration of swine, then poultry and other dairy cattle or the draft animals. Then about 35% of the production is consumed by human, then 25% poultry and the cattle feed, and 15% that is used as a food processing. And the maize grains contains the 4% oil and the maize protein that is called as the grain. Over 85% of the maize produced in the country is consumed as a human food. The maize is also an important livestock feed both as a silage and as a crop residue. Grain and is also used as industrially for the starch and the oil extraction. As the maize is cultivated for fodder and the grain purposes popularly, and the maize is a good source of the carbohydrate, vitamins, then minerals, then dietary fibers. Then it is a staple food for the it is used as a staple food, then feed for livestock, then for fermentation and many industrial uses. Then it is having abundant starch, that is 65%. Then several food dishes as well as chapati or the bhakri are prepared from the maize flour. Then maize protein is deficient in the tryptophan and the lysine. That is most of the cereals which are rich in methionine and they are deficient in the lysine. This is the major amino acids. And next one, the classification of maize. As a maize is categorized or classified in the different types, that is then corn, then flint corn, then popcorn, and then flour corn, then sweet corn, pod corn, waxy corn, and the baby corn. Next one, the most important, that is ecological conditions, that is soil and climate, especially for maize, required the soil, that is maize crop can be grown on wide range of soils, especially it performs well on the well drains, deep loamy and silt loams containing adequate organic matter and the available nutrients, and it does not thrive well on the heavy clays, especially the lowlands, and the water stagnation is extremely harmful for its growth. It is susceptible to soil salinity at the seedling stage, and it grows successfully in the soils having pH range from 6.5 to 7.5, and the alluvial soils of the UP and Punjab as well as Bihar are very suitable for the maize. Next one, the climate. Maize is a tropical crop. It requires warm weather. Then maize thrives best under the hot and humid climate. Then maize is grown in wide range of climatic conditions. That it is a warm weather lowing plant or the crop. It needs high sunny days for an accelerated photosynthetic activities and the rapid growth. An extremely high temperature and high humidity during flowering damage the foliage, desiccate the pollens, and affects the pollination. An optimum temperature for maize for better growth and development is about 27 to 32 degrees Celsius. And next one, the field preparation. As the maize needs friable and well aerated, moist and weed-free seed bed, it requires needs one plowing at the depth of 20 to 25 centimeter with the soil inverting plow, or followed by 2 to 3 harrowing operations is necessary to prepare the seed bed for good water management and to avoid the stagnation of water. And the next one, we can see the varieties and hybrids of maize. There are different types of hybrids and varieties. The first one, the varieties, that is Prabhat, Navjot, then Aggriculture. This is a popular variety which is used for the fodder purpose only. Then Hanis, then Manjri, Panchaganga, Karveer, then Kiran and Arun are the different varieties, and the hybrids, that is Rajashri, then Phule, Maharshi, then Ganga 2, Deccan double hybrid, then High Starch, Paras, Ranjit and the Prakash. There are different hybrids of maize. Then Phule, Maharshi and the African tall, then Prabhat, Rajarshi, then Panchaganga, then Manjri. These are the different varieties. This is used in the, this is popular varieties of the maize. And next one is seeds and sowing, especially the seed rate required for maize per hectare as a hybrid, that is 20 to 25 kg per hectare, and for composites that is 18 to 20 kg per hectare, and spacing required for maize 60 by 20 centimeter or 75 by 25 centimeter. Then sowing time, that is June to July. Sowing depth 3 to 4 centimeter. Then sowing method, that is broadcasting, drilling, dibbling. Sowing seeds behind the plow. Then seed treatment, that is before sowing the maize seeds are treated with the fungicide like Thyram or Captain at the rate of 3 gram per kg of seeds. Then helps to prevent the seed as well as soil borne diseases, and the seeds are treated with also treated with the biofertilizer like Azotobacter or Azospirillum at the rate of 23 to 25 gram per kg of seed. Helps to enhance the nitrogen fixation by non-symbiotically and also improves the germination of the seed. Next one, the nutrient management or fertilizer requirement. Maize is a heavy feeder or the more exhaustive crop among the cereals. Therefore, the fertilizer management is an paramount important. There is a major that is application of these manures or organic inputs which will be required as 10 to 15 tons of FOM or compost per hectare should be applied at the time of final land preparation or before 1 month of sowing. The recommended dose of fertilizer required for maize, that is 120 60 40 kg NPK per hectare with 10 kg zinc sulfate, or 100 60 40 kg NPK per hectare with 10 kg zinc sulfate, as the half dose of nitrogen and full dose of the NK should be applied at the time of sowing, and the remaining half dose of nitrogen should be applied at the responsive stages, that is the demanding stages like the grand growth stage and the tasseling stage. In later stages, the stages of crop growth, the zinc deficiency may be corrected by the foliar application of the zinc sulfate. Also, the zinc is an integral component for the production of maize protein, that is called as ZAN. This is a nutrient management or fertilizer requirement of maize. Next one, the cropping systems, especially in the maize, is a non-legume or comes in the cereal group, which will be grown as a previous. Then after harvesting of this maize, in Rabi, the crops like potato, wheat, then chickpea, groundnut crops also be suitable for after harvesting of the maize. Then in intercropping system, as a maize being a non-legume, along with the maize, we select the green gram, black gram, soybean, pigeon pea, and also the groundnut as the leguminous crops, which will be helpful for the maize and also get the more yield from the both as the intra and the main crop. This is the intercropping systems followed in the maize. And then next one, the water management or irrigation requirement. As the maize is vigorous and peak tall growing crop, it has the broad leaves, therefore its water requirement is exponentially high as compared to other crops, and it is a kharif season crop. If rains received properly or timely, there is no need of irrigation. If rains are received delayed or not received properly, then should apply irrigation at critical growth stages such as the seedling stage, then grand growth stage, that is GGS, and the tasseling, then silking stage, then co-op development stage, grain formation stage, then milking stage. Among all stages, the most critical or more sensitive stage, that is the tasseling and silking, are the most critical growth stage for irrigation. This is the tasseling stage, this is the silking and the crop formation stage. Next one, the weed management. As weeds are a very serious problem in maize, particularly during the kharif or the monsoon season. They compete with the maize for nutrient and causes yield loss up to 35%. Therefore, timely weed management is needed for achieving the high yield. Maize crop requires one hoeing and 3 to 4 hand weeding operations for control of the weeds. Then atrazine, being a selective and broad spectrum herbicide in maize, checks the emergence of wide spectrum of the weed. Then pre-emergence application of the atrazine, that is Atratrap 50 WP, at the rate of 1 to 1.5 kg active ingredient per hectare in 600 liter of water. Also the Aleclor at the rate of 2 to 2.5 kg active ingredient per hectare, or metolachlor also be used at the rate of 1.5 to 2 kg active ingredient per hectare, or pendimethalin, that is storm, at the rate of 1 to 1.5 kg per hectare, are effective weight for control of the many annual and the broad-leaved weeds. Next one, the pests and diseases. So there are different pests of the maize, that is the fall armyworm. This is a recent and very serious pest, visibly infested by the maize field or maize crop. Then stem borer, then shoot fly, then red hairy caterpillars, then termites. So the control measure, especially for the fall armyworm, that is to grow the grasses like berseem, lucerne in the bunds of the maize field or in between the rows of the maize crop, and then also install the or adopt the IPM practice or technology, which whereby installing the different types of the pheromone traps or the light traps or sticky traps, especially for the control of this Spodoptera, that is fall armyworm. And then also crops should be sprayed with the thiodon at the rate of the 27 ml in 18 liters of water once 20-25 days after germination, and the second spray at the time of grain formation. The crop is also sprayed with the Rogar 30 EC at the rate of 18 ml in 18 liter of water. Then eggs masses and the young caterpillars of this Spodoptera or fall armyworm should be collected as soon as detected and destroyed. Then timely sowing, then collect and destroy the pest and infected plant parts and the grow resistant varieties. Next one, the diseases. In case of the maize, there are different types of diseases: seedling blight, then soft rot, stalk rot, then leaf blight. In the control measures of these diseases, that is, crop can be sprayed with the diethanium 45 or Indofil at the rate of 35 to 40 grams, or the blue copper at the rate of 55 to 60 grams in 18 liters of water. 2 to 3 sprays at the 15 days interval will be effective for the control of disease. And the seed treatment with thiram or captain at the rate of 3 grams per kg of seed before sowing, and the growing of tolerant varieties, and spraying with the crop with Zynab 0.25%. This is different types of diseases and the control measure. Then harvesting and yield. As the signs of maturity, crop shows the yellowing of leaves, then stripping of leaves, then stem becomes greenish to yellow in color. Color of cobs turns greenish to dark white or yellow. Color of seed becomes white to red or a golden yellow. Metallic sound comes when the grains are kept under teeth. Then cobs are dropped when touched with hand, or dropping or falling or breaking of the tassel when the crop matures. These are the different signs of maturity. The maize crop is harvested by cutting the entire plant close to the ground level with the help of the sharp sickle, or firstly collect the dried cobs and later on cutting the remaining plant part. Then harvested cobs husks are removed after drying of the cobs under sun for 3 to 4 days, and the cobs are again dried under sun for 3 to 4 days. In threshing operation should be done by threshing machine. The threshed material should be cleaned properly and dried under sun for 1 to 2 days, and the yields obtained from the composite, that is 25 to 30 quintals, in hybrids, that is 35 to 40 quintals per hectare. This is today's topic about the crop production technology of maize as a grain purpose. Thank you.